Okay, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's our shortened week here in the States. It is Tuesday. And so we're really, I mean, we had some markets moving in the electronic market. There's no doubt about that. But overall, it was a holiday. There's Janos. Hey, Janos. Uh, my, uh, my J4X, my password seems to have disappeared. So when you get a chance, let me know, and I'll get the password running again. You give me I'll put the I'll put the password back in again. That's what it comes down to. What else can we say about that? That's why we're only able to see. We can't see J4X this morning. We can only see the dollar index on our beta, and obviously the dollar index on our main platform, but we can't see the beta. I mean the J4X at this point. So that is what we're saying there. Let's see. Let me just put that text across to Janos. Let's see. I just saw him on the screen here. Where is it at? 1:18 p.m. Okay, 12:24. Okay. Missing password PW on J4X. There we go. Missing. Bingo. There it is. And title also. Let's see. Let me just double check it. We do have I can get the platform itself starting to open up. Yeah, that's it. Login. That's it. And login. There we are. Login. Logan's Run. There we are. Let's see. There we go. Okay. There we are. And if you want to demo, okay, let's do this. Let's see if it remembers that. D E M. Let's see if that does it. Let's see. Oh. I have to write this one down. Perfect. There we are. Let's do that. And then... That's right, I forgot that. Now that I've seen it, I forgot it. Oh my god. Let's see. Let's see. Let me just do that again. I screwed it up. Wasn't sure if I got it right or not. We'll get it there, traders. And while you're waiting, let's do this. Let's put the intraday of the dollar index up on the screen for you so that you can just watch the market ticking away and watching it go into a buy or a sell. I mean, we can do either one of those, but there it is right there. There's the dollar index. It went into the buy right here and moved up. It went into the sell right there and went down. So that is cool. And let me just put my cheater glasses on so I don't mess it up this time. And we'll get that in there, and we'll have our J4X back up on the screen again, which will make me very, very happy. All right, let's see. Where did you go? I just saw it. There it is. Okay. So let me do that again. And that's there. I like that. I'd forgotten the password. It's such a good password too. Remember me and bingo, bango, bongo. And here it comes. It's loading up. Hooray! Thank you very much. I'm going to write this down right now. And this way, if it gets bumped again, I don't have to worry about it. I can just put it in myself. It's been a long while. I went and looked and I found my old password. And that was about it. Let's see. So... And then let's just double check it there. Excellent day. Very excellent. And then I failed. I know why I failed. I put a... Yeah, I see what I did wrong there. I put a D in there instead of a B. That's what it is. Alright, let's fix that again. Alright, ready. Let's do this one more time. There we go. And let's see. I don't think you can see the screen either, so that's good. I can make it so I can see it. So... I think that's it, isn't it? And the demo is this right there. There we are. And let's log in now. And this, there you go. It failed again. Why would it fail again? I don't see why it would fail again. Let's double check this one more time. Let's see. Maybe it's this way instead. Alright, so let's wipe all this out. Like that. And there we go. Let's try that. I bet this will work. Let's see if this does it now. Remember me, log in, it's loading up. Perfect. As it loads up, and it should be spilling over any second now. It seems like it's trying to load up. Where's it hiding? It's hiding here somewhere. It's logging in. So this, it's not telling us no. Let's put it that way. It's not telling us no. Okay. All right. It may want me to just re-sign in again. Oh, looks like it stopped. It's trying to load up. All right, traders, let's get the chat line up there. We can start answering some questions, go take a look at some of the things here. Just had that little technical difficulty today with the J4X. So let's go back to that, and let's get the chat line up, up, and away. And here we go. And there it is. And I got Robin up there. Yo, Rob. And Spy. You want to see Spy? Sure. See what Spy's up to. Let's see what the Spy is up to. Right there. There's Spy. You can see it's still starting to get its act together. It's trying to get into the zero area. I wouldn't be surprised if we punched through it. I think the S&Ps are that way right now. Yeah, the S&Ps are punching through the south too. They're punching into the sell. And that's yesterday and today combined together. Let's try this. Let's just push login again. Authentication failed. Why did you fail? That is working, right? It failed. I'm not sure why it failed. Let's see. Let's try it one more time here. That looks right. I guess the bigger question on demo is that DEMO or DEM0 and then 20 or 20. You know what? It looks like O, so it must be O. And that must be 0. That's what it is. Okay, let's try it one more time. We'll go like that and go like that. There we are. Let's try that. See if we can get that thing to do its thing. How about if I go like this? I'm going to close this and start over again, like that. Let's try it one more time. There we go. Yes. And it looks a little different. Oh, it wants me to sign in all over again, which is fine with me. Let's try that one more time. And so, yeah, let's see, can you make it larger? Most definitely. Let's make it larger. Where is it at? Right there. And right there. You can see that's the S&Ps. And then the SPYs, once they get moving along this morning, we'll see that action there. So there's the SPY right there. And it's trying to get going, but they're basically they're getting roaring along. Let's see, where's it at? Right there. And no, it can't be that. So it's got to be that. No, it's not that. Something seems wrong there. It must be O. Why is it there? It is, yeah, O. Okay, so that's what it is there. And then there we are. And then let's go put it in here, which now I have that password burned into my skull. Let's try that. Authenticating. It still failed. I don't understand how it could be failing. We'll have to figure this one out. Trading quants. Let's see. Title. Trading. Oh, that's me. All right. Let's skip that. It still doesn't want to do it, Janos. I don't understand why. We'll figure this out somewhere along the line. Just when you get a chance, double check the demo, the login itself. It's the login it must be giving us problems. Check what I'm doing wrong. All right, we're going to keep on moving along at this point, and if Yana sends me another login, we'll go after it, and that's the way we play it. what can I do to do that? Let's see. I don't want to. I could burn up a half hour just playing with that. All right. Let's see. Where are we at here? So from the SPY, let's go over to. We'll just go over to. We'll look at the dollar index, and the bond market is doing its thing at the moment. Let's see if we can get it up here. There's the main platform, our main platform. You can see here the pressure is on for a third day with the dollar index where it's moving down. It's cruising underneath the 104 area by just a thin mark, is it? Yeah, right there. And so we're seeing that pressure. It's still in the weekly buy. It's not moving away from it. You see the same thing on our beta. Beta has been on a weekly buy for 9 weeks. So it doesn't want to let go. Let's see. Let's see. All right, so from there, we're going to jump right over to the euro. Let's see what the euro is up to. Right there. And there's the euro. You can see the euro has been lifting up for the last 3 days. It's been trying to get some legs in it. See it right there. It's above the 0 line. And the weekly is still having its issues, but one good thing, the fast is trying to get through to 0. I think we mentioned that yesterday too. Look at it. It's trying to get through there. It's trying to, push that. It's trying to get through, but we need the slow to really do that work. The fast is, it's just a warning light. That's what the fast is. It's a warning light. And then when we go over to here on the euro on the intraday, you see the dollar index is trying to go into a daily sell intraday. Now let's take a look at the euro intraday right there. And it's doing the same thing. It fell into the sell right there. And it has found a way to go down more. And just as when it went into the buy right... Where did I go into the buy? Went into the buy right here. On this one right there we went into the buy. And then the instant gratification. And then kind of drew itself into boredom, and then it went into the sell right there, the bar before the line right there, and more instant gratification. And so nowadays we do intraday, we look at the daily, we look at the weekly, we look at all of it just to give a flavor of it. And then obviously it is live, not Memorex, so you're actually seeing real trades happening at real time. Far out, man. Far out. All right, from there we'll march our way over to the great British pound right there. And you can see the daily has done the same thing. Intraday has done the same thing there. You can see, we're looking back. You can see it went into the buy here off of this one right there. And then it just slowly marched its way up until it went into the sell right there, which was 1, 2, 3, 4 from this line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Went into the sell here, messed with you a little bit, and then made the moolah. Comes down to how well you trade, traders. Where you put your stops. If you put a stop in, if you don't put a stop in, because you're not using that much of your capital and putting a risk, or you put a really wide stop in. In other words, not like look to see if it'll take out this high. What was that high? The high there was 126.066, and the high there was 126.065. And sometimes what you'll do, traders will do this. They'll put a stop a little above the last high. Some traders will put a stop in if they instantly lose. In other words, in this case here, it closed. Where was it? It closed right there. And then it made a little money, and then you put a stop like right in here in the middle of that, and then wait for the next move. And then you can see here it pushed it into the buy, and then it went into the sell right there, and then it just paid off beautifully. It all comes down to how much capital you're using and how you use it. And and that's the only way we can help you find better ways, possibly, of doing it. So, and sometimes There are traders that will just take, a dozen losses, but they're so small it has no relevancy, and then they'll catch the hot one where it just makes all the money back and then some. It all comes down to the individual trader and how they work and what they're interested in doing. And again, the amount of capital that you're using. And that's why we started, again, looking at the intraday, because when you have only $200 or $300 in the account, it opens the doorway for you to reduce the amount of risk you take, and opens the doorway for the victories. So that's the functionality, I guess you could say, of it all. All right, since we're almost up to 22 minutes now on, let's take a sip of our tea. Oh, that's good. So. And obviously the J4X is not happy, but let's do this. We're going to save that, go like that, and then we'll close it, and then we'll reopen it again to see if it possibly opens the J4X one more time. But I didn't want to become like a funky monkey and just sit there and talk about how it's not working. And let's load it again and see if it happens. It's loading up. Going for an authenticate. Oh, they're looking for our password and the whole bit. Okay, so. All right, what we'll do is we'll play with this after the webinar. Alrighty. So from there, we went from the GBP. Let's go down to, who's next on this wonderful hit parade? Let's check out the Swiss. Do we have Swiss on here? Let's put the daily Swiss up there to start off with. And let's put cable up here too. We didn't see this right there. So cable jumped into a daily buy. Is it 2 days ago or 3? 3 days ago, right there off of that one. Still in the buy here by a hair. See it there at 0.00022. And it's still in a weekly sell right there. So we have that situation where it's more of a dead cat bounce, and not necessarily a trend building. And so we're in the weekly sell. We went into a daily buy 2 days ago on Friday, and today we are still in that daily buy. So it's trying to lift up. It's pushing for it. It is trying to lift up. And from there, we'll go over and take a look at the Swiss now. See what the Swiss is up to. There's the Swiss right there. They're battling away with the inflation. It's been in a daily sell for 2 days, and it's climbing into the buy again. So let's grab one of those red lines. There's one right there. We'll steal that one. Put it there. See, it's underneath the 0 line. That we put the lines in there just so you can see it extra in case you didn't have a good visibility of it. We're still in that weekly buy from back in here, back in late January. So that's where we stand at the moment. You can see it's obviously higher there than it is here. So it was a winner chicken dinner. The daily buy there was the same way. And then it slid into the sell on Friday of last week. And we are playing with the weekly, the daily buy. And so you can't play this thing short. You just don't want to be, you want to be neutral at this point until it shifts gears again. And so you can see the Swiss, because of the Swiss bank itself, the Federal Bank of Switzerland, their central bank itself is at this point in time trying to fight the inflation, and so we're seeing that little shift that's going on. Oh, look at that! How cute that is. Okay. Now from there, we'll go over to the yen, and let me just double check also. What's the intraday have going on there? Do we have a Swiss in there? We don't have a Swiss for the intraday. If anybody would like it, we'll put it up there. Instead, we go over to the yen. And there's the yen intraday. And last buy is... Where's the last buy? Right here. There's the last buy right there at the 150 area. 150.10, basically. And now we've gone as high as 156.17. So, it's been a 7-tick move on the intraday. And it just went into the sell right there on that one. It went down a little bit, gave you a little teeny weeny profit. Now they're squeezing you a little bit. So we'll see how they act with that. At the same time, let's go check out the daily. See what the daily is up to. And there is the daily. Right there. And see here, it's trying to get into the buy today. Monday, it was kind of neutral and still down. It fell into the sell there. Let's steal one of these sells. Put one of those little dotty lines in there. There, let's take that guy right there. And let's put that like right there. And then move it back over again like so. And there it is right there. Went into the sell on Friday. And it tried to push down on Monday. And it tried to push today down. And already it's, it's joining back into this weekly buy. We went into the weekly buy back there on the 17th of January. As you can see, it was at the right there, was it? Or was it there, the 17th? So it was at 148.15, and it traded up to close to 50, I guess. What's the high there? 48.80. So it was, no, not 49, but 80. That's pretty cool. 15, so it was 65 ticks. And then backed off a little bit, and then went into a buy again. You only can take the longs, not the shorts on this thing. So you don't take that short. Instead, you take that long. Then you take that stop, and you can see the same situation again. So it grabbed a few ticks of your profits again. And then you wait till this next one. There's our next buy. You can take the long side of it. And then it closed at 148.36. And it traded up to 148.89. So it was like about 50 some odd points. Instant gratification. Thank you very much. And then it did it again. Jumped into the buy here. In a couple of days of action, it went from the 149.32 basically to the 150.84. So it was like 100 and some odd ticks. And now you've thrown into the sell, but again, since we're in weekly buys here, since the 17th of January, you're not taking the shorts, and now it's trying to get into that buy. This could be the buy today for the next move up. We'll see. And that's the action we're seeing right there. Nobody on the chat line. Okay, just double checking. Just double checking. That's what we do. Double check. Double check. There we are. And so that's where we're at. Righty. So from there, it looks like we're hitting the half-hour point. And we go over to the great experiment. And there it is right there. Trading at, I think yesterday was an all-time close. The close yesterday was 28, almost 29, 33.29. And today it's trading at 33.39. So we're playing around again, a third day in the buy, or fourth day in the buy right there. And we've been in that weekly buy now since all the way. It's to mid-September, down in the 28.5 area. So we're up 500 handles, or 500 pips. Yeah, 500 pips. Woof. Talk about being on the right side of the market, huh? Woof. And so you get your daily sells and week and daily buys, back and forth. And obviously, you want to always honor them. You want to pay attention to them at least. Because, if you're in a weekly buy, you don't want to be shorting anything. You'd be neutral. And if you're in a weekly buy, you would like to play the longs only. And vice versa. If we were in a weekly sell, you'd want to play the shorts, not the longs. So I hope you feel comfortable with that concept. If anybody has a question about it, just say question. That's it. You don't have to ask a question. Just say question. And I'll assume you're talking about what we're discussing at this moment and time. as we sip again our tea, since it is 8:01 a.m. here in our neighborhood. All right, from there we'll slide over to the, what we say is we go from the major currencies, we slide over to the number one brick. That's what we do. We go to the number one brick. And so let's take a look at the number one brick, and that is the South African rand. It's not, the currency will not be named rube, and it will not be the Chinese yuan because it's a fixed, almost nobody trades it problem. So obviously if it was a real major brick, they would be trading it at 20 or 30% of world volume. Instead, at most, they get about 2.5 to 3% of world volume. And that's a real thing. Matter of fact, what did I see today? I saw some news today that Japan now has overtaken the Shanghai stock market. So they've lost about $1.5 trillion in stock value. And so the Japanese market is now larger than the Chinese. We're always showing you examples like that because we can't trust their numbers. So the only thing we can trust is what they're publishing. And so their stock market now is about $6.1 trillion, down from a year ago of $7.4 trillion. And the Japanese market, what is it? The Japanese market went up from like 5.9 to like 6.3. So it's actually, a bigger market. And then, that's fascinating in its own right. But you got to imagine that in the U.S., NVDA, one of the hottest stocks out there, is actually more capitalized than the whole Chinese market, and obviously the right on the top of the Japanese market too. So it just shows you how small those markets really are, or how big our economy is. Take your choice. But one thing is for sure. The Chinese economy is not anywhere near the size that the Chinese like to tell you it is. So in other words, one American stock I think they have 5 American stocks that are bigger than the Chinese economy. Wow. Listed economy. That's insane, just insane. All right. So from there, we go over to that South African rand. Let's take a look at that. And that is the number one brick right there. You see it's been, I guess you could say it's been on like an upwardly slope. You can see, obviously it's higher from where it went into. Let's see, where is it at? I guess it's right here now. So we'll take this thing and move it over like that. So it went into the weekly buy there. And so it's obviously higher. And then it actually comes down and challenges the base again and goes back up again. So it's not exactly like it's a rocket shot up on the upside as much as it's just very, very firm losing against the dollar at the moment. And in essence, it's more of a side chop or a channel that's really evolving. So when you contract looking at the South African rand, like so, you can see it's been really in a sideways action. Actually, going back to October, it has been lower more than it has been higher. But when you really look like right down the center, say like right there, and you start to look at the action itself, it really isn't going anywhere. And so when we go over and look at gold, because when you look at the South African rand, it gives you an insight into the metals complex. Gold, silver, copper, platinum, so forth. So let's put it up over here. Go like that, and we go with the gold like that. And from the October period with gold, you can see the same thing to a great extent right there. There's your October. Oh no, that's December. I'm sorry. It's even further back. Let's tighten it up a little bit more. And so let's just go back over to the South African rand. Where's it at? Right there again. Are we looking at it right? Yeah. So the rand was up here, and it has, when it goes down, it's gaining against the dollar, and then when it goes up, it's losing against the dollar, and obviously to a great extent, it's been very accurate over the years, and that is that when it's going down like that, gold is usually going up. So we would look at October gold right there, and there's October gold, and what does gold do? It goes up, just like it's supposed to, because why? South African rand has been going down right there from October. And then, you got this choppy game going on with the South African rand versus the gold contract. You can see it goes up, and then it heads down when the rand is going up, and when in the middle of November the gold is going up. The rand in November is probably going down. Let's just take a look at it again. Yeah, there it is. There's November. There's the start of November, and it's sideways, and it drops again, and pretty much, I guess it starts right there, and pretty much it's like a bounce. It's like a dead cat bounce type of thing going on. It's trying but failing. And this here, you get into the middle of December, and it gets sold down again. So you would assume in the middle of December, gold would be going up in value. So let's go take a look at it again. And there is the middle of December right there. And what's gold do? It goes up. See, it does that. And it just goes back and forth like that. And so when we're looking at the weekly and the dailies with these two products, it gives us a lot more comfort of being able to have the right direction or trend, because we are watching our algorithms working with the South African rand and the metals complex. Now, as you see here, gold is trying to lift now, like for the last 4 to 5 days. So we go and we look at the South African rand again, and what has it been doing for 4 or 5 days, except for like yesterday and today, is it was here and it went down, and now it's trying to go up again. And so that's just the way it rolls. And usually by the end of the trading day here in the States, it usually fits in pretty well. It finds its way to march along in that fashion. All right, that does it right there for the currencies and the metals. We'll show you the rest of them just to give you a flavor, but I don't have to show you the evidence. So okay, no. And so let's go take a look at the action itself. Let's take a look at silver. Silverado, right there. Where's not that? Right there. There it is. So. Let's go check out Bing Bang Bongo right there. And as you can see there, it's doing that same gig. It's trying to reach up, and let's see. That's the silver contract. It's been going up for the last couple of days, and the weekly last week went into a weekly buy. So it's like, ooh, not bad, It's it's showing that buying thing going on, and you have to be like, wow, this is not that bad at all. It's trying. Now, silver just seems to be that product that it doesn't really do that great, but when at times it can be very firm. Now, what we're really hoping for is, we're hoping to see it not, self-explode. And so far, it's looking okay. Okay. All right. And then from there, we go to copper. Copper has that big gap up today. It's showing that strength. We were pointing it out yesterday. And you can see it's like right there on the edge. It's right on the edge. Matter of fact, we should turn off the... what should we do? Let's turn off the blue. Let's turn off that fast algorithm so we don't see it. Style. And we'll turn it off so you can see the slow. Like that. There we are. And the slow on the weekly is right there. It's still in the minus by like minus. Oh, look at that. It just turned plus. 0.0002. It's flirting back and forth. And we'll just leave it right now. Save workspace right there. And let it do its job. Let it trade so we know which way we should go. Alrighty, righty. From there, we go over to the platinum, which to us, we've been saying, if gold's going to stay up this high, you can't really sell this poor platinum because, it's scary. I mean, imagine if gold takes off. I mean, platinum's going to take off. And who wants to sell it down at $900 an ounce? So you can see right there, platinum is in the plus. It's been in the daily buy now for the last 4 days. And you can see the weekly is really flirting hard, trying to get through the zero line. Give it a day or two. Who knows? Maybe we'll see this thing turning up and joining with the silver. Silver's odd like that. We really do say that. As much as we know all the strange characteristics of these metals complexes, silver really can't seem to get out of its own way. It seems to be always locked into, you would think it would be trading in the 30s or at least the low 30s, not the low 20s, and at least be 35-40% away from all-time highs instead of like 60 or 58% away from all-time highs. So, yeah, it's a unique thing in its own right. All right. Now from there, brown. What do we got there? That is, well, what it is, that's the end of the metals complex, unless someone has a second question around here. From there, we'll just, since we have oil right there, there's the April oil, and you can see it's been pressing down. It's still pressing down, and you can see the it didn't go into a weekly sell. It's holding up very well. It went into the weekly buy back in here. Let's put that line in there. Right there. And we go like that. We go like this. And we go like that. And boom, there it is. So it's doing a good job. It's in the weekly buy. It's not letting go. Let's save that. And as much as it's been on a daily sell, and I would imagine that's more of the contango. I mean, that is really what we're seeing here is the contango itself is that back months are now being traded lower than front months because they're anticipating the idea that the oil, because of the winter, this is what we call winter heating oil. They use this oil for heating houses and buildings and so forth. Indeed. So that's heating oil. Let's see what crude oil looks like here. And then from crude oil, we're going to slide down to, where's it at there? We're going to put Brent North Sea oil in too. So we'll go like this. There's heating oil. Let's go to crude oil right there. There's the April contract. You see it's in a daily buy for 3 days. You see we're still in that weekly buy. Let's fix that too. We didn't get that in there either. Right there. There it is right there. There we go. File, save workspace. File, save workspace as April crude. April crude. Let's do that. Yes. There we go. Boom. Done. All right. Now, from there, we'll show it to you on the beta. And possibly tomorrow we'll have our J4X back alive again. And is that it right there? Is that crude? I think that's the dollar index, right? What is that? That's the dollar index. So let's get crude oil in there. There's crude. And crude is in a buy for a bunch of days here. And it's in a weekly buy for a bunch of days here. Since back in here. Back in the January 22nd. Let's take a look at it. Let's put the, let's do this. Let's put the Brent. Then there's Brent looking the same way. Daily buys for a while. Flirting with a weekly, but nothing major yet. 3 weeks in a buy as we speak. and then you can see it right there. It's trying to push into the sell there today. Now you can see crude is doing the same thing. It's trying to press into the sell right there. Let's just show it to you. Trying to press down here. Not there yet, but it's trying, And so the beta doing the same thing. It's still above, but it's still flirting with trying to get into the sell. So we'll see over the next day or two what they do to that. And I think, let me just take a look at the contango. What we have is, today is the last day of March oil, I believe it is. Yes, March oil. And it's trading at 78.80. April oil is over $1 cheaper at 77.60. The May oil is at 77.16, 44 cents cheaper. The June oil is at 76.72. Again, another 42 cents. And then the July oil is at 76.20. And, it's trading, basically from the front month to it, you're talking about $2.61. Or the previous market month, June was 76.72. It is at 76.20. So that's 52 cents. Now it's 53 cents. So that's the way we're seeing the energy complex go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to drift over to natural gas. Let's see what the natural gas is doing. Now, natural gas is doing the reverse of the contango, whereas March contract is at 158.7, basically 159. April's at 165. May is at 178. June is at 196. And they jump into the $2 area in July. It's at $2.16. And it keeps on climbing all the way up to basically January of next year. It's at $3.53. So it's almost like over twice the price. We used to talk about this particular wine, Thunderbird wine. What's the price? 50 twice. Exactly, $1 a bottle. And so that is the way the energies are moving. And let's put it up over here. Let's show you that. So you can see here, nat gas is right there at $1.58.8. Okay, and the same time period. Let's see, March of next year, we're looking at $3.02. February is $3.37, and January is at $3.53. So they're already holding on to the winter contract. They're not letting it go. And so that's the amazing thing is right now, it even all the way up until June, the product is finding ways to go down. Now that has my curiosity. Let's go take a look at the Northeast heating oil. Let's see what the contango looks like in that. We saw that it's showing weakness compared to the others, but let's just clarify it in my little mind. Yeah, see, it does the same thing. So March contract, which is expiring basically over the next 24 hours, is at $2.79. April, now that we're reflecting it, is at $2.73. May at $2.65. June at $2.60. July, that's June. July is at $2.56. August is at $2.55. And it keeps on falling all the way down to December. Matter of fact, January of next year is at $2.51, which is, here's something really fascinating. It keeps on dropping. So basically, February of 2025 is at $2.51, and it falls all the way to December of 20. Where's it? That's December of 25. So a whole year around, it's at $2.39. So they're really having, the back months are really sliding down. Heating oil is really starting to diminish in action. It means they don't need it. Are they compensating in other ways? I don't know. But obviously the buyers are not coming in as fast as they used to. That's for sure. All right. Let's see where we at there. There's natural gas. So from natural gas, we go over And I guess it's so we've got. Oh, let's do this. Let's take a look at the Spanish company. We saw it under $23 there yesterday. The energy company down in Spain, and there it is right there, and it's on the beta. Let's put it up on the beta. There it is right there. It's on the beta. Yeah. So you see that right there. It's underneath for 2 days. Oh, 3 days now. You can see it right there. It was on the that 19th and 20th. Yeah. Okay. So there it is. It was underneath 23 on Friday of last week. Settled at 22.89. Then on yesterday it popped it up to 22.96 or 95, and today is at 22.96. So it's hanging out underneath the $23 area. And at the same time, you can see that weekly has been just like, wow, smack, 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 smack. It's just been pressing that puppy down for 6 full weeks, maybe even 7 full weeks. What's that? That's a plus. So it was a plus right at the beginning of January and then rolled over. And in the beginning of January, see where they traded this thing. At the beginning of January, we were looking at a product that was trading at $27. Now it's trading at $22, and we've been in a weekly sell throughout that whole time period. And again, that's why we love showing you the daily versus the weekly versus the intraday, so forth and so on, to give you the insight to that action. And as you get screaming here, going into it on that week right there, it was a minus for that week. And then, let's see what this is. Was it a minus again? You see it's minus 0. It's not reflecting, is it? Nah, let me do this. Let's do this. Let's show that like that. So it was a minus there on December 25th. It was a minus there on January 1st. And it jumped into the buy on January 8th and then rolled right back over again. Like that. There we are. So that pressure, the week of the 8th to the 9th, let's just go up to the top again, right there. There's your sell right there at 27 and change. And it was smasharoo, smashola, smash. All right, traders, let's see what else we got going on here. Let's check the chat line, make sure we're not missing anybody's questions. And the answer to that is Zippo. Zippo, Zippo, Zippo. All right, traders. What else can we say about all this stuff? I guess we can, what can we, let's look for the title. I mean, since no one's asking any questions, we got to come up with a title for this thing. So let's see what we can call today's title. How about, like Janos's password, we wish it would be not so cluttered. No, Janos didn't say that. It's mixed up in some way, he's saying, basically. All right, so let's see, where do we go? We go right from there to there, and we got to name this webinar. So let's give it a title, and the title will be, anybody have an opinion? If not, I'll come up with something. Let's see, what can we call today? We talked about poor J4X not opening up for us, but that's not exactly something anybody cares for at the moment. I'm sure they would be happy to see it up and running, but that's not going to be the technical analysis. Like, how about when people Google this thing, they'll go like, what's J4X, Let's see, how about we could say 2 out of 3 platforms? I don't want to do that. Let's see what we can... Oh! Chinese market drops under Japan's market. How about that? Let's see. China market collapsing. How about that? Collapsing. Collapse. China market sliding. How's that? That sounds a little bit more. China market slides. I think that's about the best one. China market slides. There we go. And we try to give information around here. All right, traders. We've had a fun time as usual. So what we will do is we will see you all again tomorrow on Happy to Hump Day. For us, that's like, wow, came out of nowhere, So, happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you, to all our trading friends. Later, traders. Catch you on Wednesday.